We are back. So, and also Junior's back. Wave, good boy. So, while like Dorhim and Blight are riding back, just so we're getting this done faster, so there's less, the rest of the party drinking. You two got borrowed horses from Fat Santa and his crew. Just it gets you guys around faster. So
cool.
Junior and Jacques have been instructed to go to Balamori Street in the west of Woodhurst to look for a man called Liam.
Yep.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Well, it was the third door on the right, a place called the Boathouse.
Yes. So when you arrive on the street, you see the Boathouse. So it looks like it's not actually it's got a name, but you thought maybe it would be a pub or some sort of building. But you know what I mean by building, some sort of
yes, I know what a building is.
Service, like a shop or a pub or a brothel, but it's not. It actually looks like you're in a residential area. It's just that you've got house number 1, house number 2, and then on house number 3 it's just the Boathouse instead of the number. Cool. It's a pretty well kept house, white painted walls, little pots of flowers outside the window.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed a bit of that. Was there anything identifying it as the Boathouse? Sorry.
Yes, the words "the Boathouse" on the door.
Sorry. I got up as I was doing that.
Oh, no problem.
But yeah, so this place looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely.
I think it looks very nice.
Oh, lovely, very good.
Lovely.
In which case, I'll remove the sort of prestidigitation tricks that are making us look kind of filthy.
Yeah. Well, you are. Yeah, you took the appearance somewhere. Are you keeping your disguise on?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm still this person. I'm still McQuillan. Basically, getting to the point now where we look like we're still rough, ne'er-do-well types, but we've scrubbed up a bit.
Yeah.
Craig's wearing his best lipstick and all that. But no, he's not.
Every Saturday night.
I don't know what the rules are about masculinity and such in your rule.
Whatever you guys want.
But yeah, sure. And we're gonna
the rule is YOLO.
We'll go up and I'll make a polite rap on the door.
Cool. So when you knock on the door, you hear a coming, kind of musical from behind.
Wait. Was it come in or coming?
Coming. ING.
Yeah.
So
she's on her way.
Yeah. And you hear someone dropping a pan and oh goodness me kind of thing coming from behind the door.
This just sounds like something different to me.
Mm-hmm. Shut up. And after a few seconds, you hear the thumping of footsteps, and the door is opened up, and standing in front of you is one of maybe the lesser common races in Just Time, the world we're in.
Yeah.
It's an Ifrit.
Okay.
Being it's kind of devilly. It's a little old lady. So she's 5 feet, which is small for them.
Or Ifrits tieflings.
No, tieflings are
they're more generally Ifrit are more sort of Eastern Asian, not East Asian, West Asian.
Yeah. They're they've got fire. They actually have bits of fire in them. She's got a ponytail which is kind of fiery bits around it. She's
between a devil and a genie.
Yeah. She's got she's got kind of black charred skin underneath the fiery bits. She has a pair of glasses that are made of some sort of weird metal that you've probably never seen before. So they stay on her face and don't melt, overheat or melt or get misshapen. And she's wearing a pink flowery apron, and she's got a cane.
Lovely.
And she's
So you're saying she's pretty hot?
She's 50.
Yeah, but she's hot as in because she's on fire, lol.
Yes, I got the joke. Yeah, so she's kind of like, hello. And she's looking up at you.
I'll smile happily and like give her a little bow, and I'm
she's like, ooh, how fancy.
Nice. What kind of day is it? Sorry, Luke. What time are we on? What time are we on? Sorry.
Like 4 o'clock.
Right, so
4 by now, probably.
It's like, well, good afternoon, madam. I can't do it.
That's brilliant. No, I was laughing because that sounded like
he's imitating one of our friends who uses the same role-playing voice for pretty much every NPC he puts in.
Good afternoon, madam. We're looking for a young man by the name of Liam.
She's just like, oh, yes, of course. And she's like, Liam, friends of yours. And like calls backwards into the building.
Lovely.
Yeah. And like,
oh, does she know her debt? Do they have tea parties? Do they walk their dogs together?
You hear a voice going saying, "I'm busy, mum." Like, and it's like he's in the basement. And like she ushers you inside, and she points to like,
home.
Yes. Oh, she's like, oh, thank you. I take good care of it. And she points to a door.
Yeah.
And like when you say lovely home, by the way, when you're coming in, like you see like it's got very nice wallpaper and like it's not like it's not an affluent household, but it's not a poor household. You know what I mean? Like she's not rich, but they make enough to get by. But also like there's char marks everywhere. like where bits have caught on fire and they've patted them out, kind of thing. Yeah. So
my question. Just something to ponder. Are we going to be interacting with a pubescent young teenager? Because that's the way it seems.
Maybe you don't know yet. You haven't met Liam. So yeah.
True. That's the scary thing.
Like you're pointing to a door, which is like Liam's just down there, dearies. I'll bring you tea and snacks in a minute.
Yep.
He'll probably be drinking Monster or something.
Yeah. So yeah, she's just pointing you to the door. Are you just going to head down, or are you going to?
We'll knock.
We'll knock. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows what he could be doing in there?
Like he's just like, go away.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a pubescent young teenager.
I was gonna be like, we've been allowed in. We're here on business.
He's like, what do you mean business?
I'm just like, we're looking for something. We were told to come to you specifically.
I'm just going to open the door.
Sorry, Luke. What did you say?
Yeah, who?
Who are we, or who?
No, like so you said someone sent us.
Who sent
right. Sorry. Okay, okay. Yeah. I'll just say by our friend at the Paper Lantern.
He's like, the door's already open. He's like,
yeah.
Like, just close the door quickly.
Of course. So I'll come in and close the door quickly.
Yeah. Cool. You shut the door behind you, and like you walk down these steps into a basement, and you're instantly hit with like kind of a pungent smell.
Yeah.
It's a teenager.
Well, you guys definitely. Yeah, you two recognize the smell because you both have been in the brothel, but it's spice. The air is thick with it.
Absolutely.
So at the bottom of the stairs is a younger tiefling, but he's not a child. He's like a young adult.
Did you mix that up between tiefling?
Yes, sorry, Ifrit.
Everyone.
Cool.
Yeah. So he's about like maybe like in human years he'd be about maybe 24, 25.
Yeah. Okay.
He's sitting in a corner, like he's got like some sort of drug paraphernalia out. He's like smoking. It's quite a thick smell.
Yeah. So he's like using himself right now.
Oh yeah.
He's getting high off his own supply. That's like the first rule of not doing that.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think he's a businessman.
Nah, clearly.
I have watched all of the television and know how drug work. Yes, don't do your own.
So I'll I'll sort of like introduce myself. My name is McQuillan.
I don't care. Get on with it. What do you want?
Gosh.
That is a rude little shit.
Yeah. I'm just like, very well. I was told to look for you if I was looking to get a hold of some spice.
Well, 79 says, "You got the money?"
Yes, I do, but I'm also I'm quite happy to pay. But I'm also wondering, where exactly do you get your supply? You don't seem to have a much of a setup down here.
He just looks at you and raises eyebrow. He goes, "You don't ask questions. You get the spice and you fuck off."
Laddie, we can ask all the questions we want.
And there's Evan's other voice. Yeah, he looks at you and just goes, "If you want the drugs, you ask no questions." At this point, like the little lady knocks on the door. He's like, "I've got tea." Like Liam just kind of like, "Fuck off, mom," and she's like, "Okay." Just like you hear her walk away.
just completely off topic with this. I'm just gonna be like, what's the deal with her?
It's like, "My mum."
So is it a family business?
It's like, "No." Do you see her doing drugs?
Oh, I see. Well, and she doesn't know that you have these hobbies?
Just like, "Of course not." "Now, have you got the money?"
You've done well to keep it hidden for so long.
It's like, yeah, money.
I'll sort of be walking around the place, just check it, looking at the different bits. Is he actually making the stuff here? Has it got
No,
No, not all. He's just supplying.
Mm-hmm. Almost certainly, this is a bedroom.
Okay.
This is a bedroom. You see books. You see really bad artist supplies.
Yeah.
Really bad art.
Yeah, you the most important part of it, most probably thing is there's a dartboard on the side with a throwing knife sticking in it.
Has it got anything else on it?
No, it's not got the picture.
That's what I was
I'd love to have done that, but I couldn't think of any.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see, it's got throwing marks.
A picture of his dad.
It's not. Yeah. Let's go back. It's a picture of a male. If it's a picture of a male different, that you can probably tell is his father.
Yep.
Sure.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah. As you're inspecting, I'm just going to be like, "Well, McQuillan, how do you feel about truth?" I think truth is a great thing.
He's looking at you two like you're mad. By the way, he's he's looking at you "Do you not want the fucking do you not want the stuff?" He's horribly confused.
He's gonna yell "Mom, these guys are swearing!" Dragged out of there.
Oh my god, I'm totally doing that.
If we fuck up, sure.
I love this.
At which point I'll ask. Oh yes, of course, fine. How much do you charge?
He looks at you like, "You don't know the price? You didn't get. You're not."
I'll just be like, "It's been a while since we're in the city. We're looking for new suppliers."
It's 500 gold.
And for how much is that?
He pulls out a tiny little pouch, this size.
Am I able to understand that's bullshit?
Give me an appraise check.
Would it be a sense motive check to tell if he's...
That's like somebody offering me a piece of broccoli for £100.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, yeah. So this stuff is expensive. But the amount he's offering is probably about maybe a week's supply, maybe more, maybe 2 weeks. And it would be worth about 150.
All right. That's very expensive gold.
Well, remember that we've talked about spice before, but the whole point of spice is it is very illegal in this. It's a legal drug elsewhere, but it's under a very drastic supply here.
Oh no, I'm out of wine.
And it's very popular. It's the hit thing.
Yeah, everyone's smoking it while listening to their Walkmans and
skateboarding.
Yeah, it's longboarding now. They do, I think.
Nah, rollerblades, man, they're so cool.
We've killed many a child.
What?
He is only a bit older than a child. No, I'm not saying to him because I'm not doing the stupid accent. But I'm saying to out of character. But
Aye.
I got
He's
that.
only a little bit older, so why don't we just intimidate him into telling us?
I mean, that's where I was going. I was just like building the story.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
You're ruining
Um,
Tom's
a
artistic
room.
vision.
My artistic vision.
Let's intimidate him by telling him his art is shit.
My immersion.
Yeah, so you just like pick up a piece of paper and you're like, this is really trash. And he's like, yeah, so's your face.
Oh!
Wow,
I'm just like,
that
boys,
was a great
boys,
comeback.
boys, simmer down here.
He's like, just give me the money and let's get out of here. 500 gold.
I'm gonna be like, so I'm going to like walk over to him and just sort
He's
of
got
like
one hand out, ready for the money.
ready for money. Okay, cool. That's nice. I'm gonna try a forbid action move on him.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
to put the fear of
oh, yeah.
God into the boy.
It's me, isn't it? I need to roll the slash.
Yeah, you do.
D20.
We're all looking at each other there, like,
Also, bear in mind, I've got my fucking like.
Dorhim, what's plan A and B?
oh,
Uh-huh.
Your mic's muted, buddy.
I'm just writing in chat. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
All right.
have fun.
I'm. Bear in mind, I've got my like specialize.
Yeah, dude, he's already really failed that roll.
Okay, goody.
Yeah, he's just like frozen in place. He's like,
So he can't move. And I'm like, listen, friends, we don't want to leave here causing any trouble for you or your old lady. But we're here for information. And we're quite happy to leave here without causing you any trouble at all. If you'll just cooperate with the immediate threat.
and can I assist here by basically, whilst he's saying this to Liam, by going up to the dartboard, picking up the throwing knife, and jamming it into the wall behind his head?
thanks.
Just like,
I
just
thought you were just going to stand behind me and go, yeah.
Nah, that's much more interesting.
Well,
Like,
oh, yeah.
he's like stab. He's like,
yeah, well, I mean, like, come up like behind
Yeah,
Tom
big
with the
noise.
knife, and then go into the wall behind him, like right here, like so we could
Yeah.
see it, the entire thing.
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, you do that for sure, and like you can see like his eyes kind of widen. He's like, "What do you need to know?" I have the same scared voice for every character, regardless of like gender, race, or accent. So
So I'm going to like it's not doesn't take a genius to tell it you're not producing this stuff yourself here.
yeah, of course not. I'm just a supplier.
What I need to know is who you're supplying for.
You see him like freeze up, and he's like weighing up the options. Like, I can't tell you that; they'll kill me.
At which point I'll just sort of like look at Craig,
Oh,
Junior. Sorry.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pick up the dagger, and is he sitting on like a wooden seat?
Sitting on his bed.
He's sitting on his bed. All right. I'm gonna take the knife and I'm gonna stab it. Right, rather. Okay, my wall thing didn't really. It kind of worked.
No, he was scared by the wall thing for sure.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like,
this time I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna stab it into the bed by his head. By his head, not into
like
it.
if he could
So
move, he
close.
would have flinched.
If you didn't tell us now.
Oh, thank
Take
God
your
Al's
freedom.
not watching. Thank God Al's not watching.
Yeah, if Alison was watching, she would have just killed you. That's
It's a good
worse
thing
than
I'm-
my Scottish accent.
It's a good thing I'm 3.5 hours away.
Yeah, what's wrong with your Scottish accent?
It's my Scottish accent is terrible. Like when I try to put on one, and she hates it.
I mean,
So-
I've got like most of my accents just are Italian.
I spent like
Hey.
6 minutes talking to a Norwegian party.
Okay, so yeah, he's like, he's looking like he's kind of looking all around. And he's like, the fearsome dreamer, right?
I'll just nod.
Like the warehouse. It's like 2 buildings back. He's like 2 streets back, even not buildings back. He's like,
Yeah.
it's along the wall.
Now, yes, it's like, yes, we know this. How exactly do you get it to them through the wall?
He's like,
No.
wait.
I think he's being supplied by them.
Yeah,
That's the
he
thing,
is. I
he's
know. I'm
not-
saying, I assume he'll meet them
Oh,
Liam,
how do you?
where
Yeah,
it is.
how do you get a
He
hold?
looks, he goes, "What's being through the wall?"
Sorry, no, he didn't. He just say he was like he met them along the wall.
No.
No, he meets them.
Oh, gosh, sorry,
He
I'm
gets
just-
his supply from a warehouse somewhere behind the Fearsome Dreamer.
Right, my apologies.
Ah,
I misread.
I think that's still helpful though. If it's like behind the fearsome dreamer, then
Excellent. How exactly do you go about collecting? Is there a password or?
The guards just know me, man.
Can I tell if he's lying? Sense motive or anything?
Yep, give me a shot.
Thank you. I mean, you can see where I'm going with this. Bollocks. Craig!
yeah.
Do that.
He's saying words with his mouth.
Yes. Thank God. If I'd rolled an 8, I wouldn't be able to figure that out.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. There doesn't seem like if there's like he's just recognized.
So I look at Junior. Junior
He's
nods.
telling the truth.
I'm gonna keep doing this just for that.
You could change
Keep
your
going,
fate, would ya?
If you had a chance to change your fate,
Change
would
your
you?
So I'll
Loud car outside.
aye. Right, so I'll sort of like look around the room a little bit. Is there anything like of value in here?
Oh yeah. If you're looking around, like there's just like, I haven't really thought this through.
He's got
Yeah, sorry.
collectibles.
Like, it's like these sort of things like they're of value, but they're nothing really. Like I've talked about how he's got like drug paraphernalia, like he's got like the
Yeah.
bongs and things like that. Whatever the equivalent they had in this time, I have no fucking clue.
I can work on this.
But like he's a young guy who makes a lot of money off drugs.
Yeah.
Obviously, some of the money goes into the house above, but he always splashes around. So there's valuables around, like shinies mostly, like tacky but expensive things.
Okay, so I'm gonna just like pick up one of those, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Have a look at it. Ask him what it is.
Use it to smoke the smoke.
Okay, that's fine. And it's just like, well, I'll be keeping hold of this for a couple of days.
Why? I
don't-
gave you what you wanted.
Yes, I just want to make sure you don't get in the way after this. Trust me, my friend, I don't want to hurt you at all, but I have to take some insurance. Fair enough. We'll be back. I will return this to you with no problems, and perhaps even a little bonus for your help.
Yeah.
But for
Okay,
now,
so-
I need you to accommodate us.
Yeah. So the two of you gave me an intimidate check.
Aye, aye.
Let's just see how well this threat goes down. Whether the fear of you is better than the fear of like this. The whole mob, pretty much. Okay.
I'm not very intimidating.
Cool. So, let us. Is there anything else you want to do here, or do you want to just? head out now?
Basically, I'm telling him that I want him to stay in the house.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do something else on the way out. But
Cool. What do you want to do?
I'll get to it when we leave. It's just on the way
I'm
out.
just assuming
so-
this scene's kind of done. Like,
Oh right, okay. So he's just saying no.
he's like, no problem, that kind of thing.
Aye. In which case, we'll be heading out. We'll see his mother on the way out. Yes.
She's lovely, yes.
Yeah, she is. She seems really nice.
leaving already.
She wants the best. So, oh yes, sorry, we're terribly sorry. We'd love to stay, but we have we have work to attend to. We've got to make sure we're doing our mothers proud.
It's like, oh yes, my Liam does me very proud.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you about that quickly. If it's a little delicate, if you don't mind, just quickly.
Of course.
Now I don't want to raise any alarm or
Are you
anything.
trying to
but
get him grounded?
I found this in his room.
It's like one of his collectibles.
Do you know what this is, Mom?
No? Yeah, it's a figurine. Look, there's like the two snakes. He says it's fertility statue.
I'm really sorry. It's actually used for it's actually used for quite dangerous narcotics.
She's like, oh. Well, good boy.
Do I do diplomacy on this or?
Yeah, give me a shot. Just to see if you. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, she's just like.
Tell me what else he's doing.
So I'll go through this. Look, I'm sure he's just had a little run-in with some naughty boys on the street. I think best thing to do would be to keep him in for a few days. You know,
He's not a child, he's 20. Well, it's
Well,
like he says like he's like 58 or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like the equivalent.
it's like I'm sure, but clearly he's made some bad decisions recently, and
He works at the bank. You can see her like she's saying these things, but you can see the I don't believe what I'm saying myself
Oh.
kind of thing.
Yeah, when you said he works in the bank, I was like,
I'm just saying
him?
this kind of thing can make a boy very ill. I think it might be best for you just to keep a close eye on him for a few days. Make sure he just stays in, gets some rest, and hopefully you'll be able to sort of put him back on the straight and narrow.
He's like, yes. Well, the boy is grounded, and like she's like, please, thank you very much. And then like she says like, but I must ask you to leave now.
Yes, of course.
She takes the thing and she's like, I have matters to attend to.
Yes, of course.
So
Do let us know if there's anything we can do to help you.
where can I get in contact with you?
I will give her the number. I'll give her like
The number
basically-
for the phones in this universe.
Apologies. I'll give her just like a general nonsense. No. I'll give her. That's a tricky one actually.
Tell her a building. Just like I live X. You know streets.
Yeah, sure. I'll
Go
give her
to
like.
the Black Hill on the blue.
I'm gonna say-
Thorn
I'll give her a building that I know to be like sort of like abandoned, like somewhere that's like just like somewhere in like a just an area that's like a property that's even up for sale maybe.
Yeah, and then it's not that place. Oh, I knew I hadn't seen you around.
Yes, it's been a while since we're in town, but yes, we'll be on our way anyway. Good luck, and I know you'll do well for him.
Yeah, as you guys walk out the building, you start to hear like angry mother screaming coming from behind you. And just like you can hear like Liam like, no mama, it's not what you think.
You
Can-
naughty boy!
Yeah,
Can
that kind of thing.
me and Craig roll Dex to high five?
You don't need to roll Dex to high five
Yes,
unless
we
you
We're
do!
gonna do it anyway.
Okay, Tom passes. Junior? Yeah, like Junior gets like, it's not like a proper high five, but like Junior's like
I'm looking at your elbow, but
Like
Good
one,
enough.
one of these ones where it's
you
like
make contact. Yeah,
I've kind of.
no, it's not like you miss. You both make contact. Like it's not like
It's
like
not like
Craig
a-
only hits like
it's
4
more like a-
fingers.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
About
I can't believe I had to
one
like
level,
explain a high five to you guys. Explain how the high five fails.
It's not the first time I've done that, I'm sure. Okay, good. We did all right.
I
Time for
guess.
yeah. So let's just jump over back to like the Lion's Leg when like all 4 party members kind of regroup.
I don't
June-
think we would be regrouping.
Would
Don't
you
they
have-
have a thing to do yet?
I would assume that we would just go straight to outside the place, unless Blight
if
has
you
any
want
other
to.
thoughts. What would you want to do?
I mean, we
I feel
still
like-
have to go and say, like, come up with what our plan is to do with this warehouse
Yeah.
information,
Because I assume we're both
Well,
looking for
you
the
have to
same
understand-
thing.
and then tell
Probably.
them what
I can't
the
disguise
plan is.
myself as Liam until the next day, so.
I know.
Yeah.
But of course, Blight and Dorhim don't actually know about this whole warehouse.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
just know that you've both got your own leads.
Yeah.
So
To tell you what, let's all meet up, and just
Yeah.
exchange that information so we're all aware.
Yeah.
Also,
It-
I don't think
it
I
seems
know
like a
your
natural
lead.
step to just exchange the information before you go off and work on them.
Okay,
Like, I actually need your information because I don't think I was
that's fine.
Yeah,
here.
he wasn't here, so just.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
So you will actually be exchanging information.
Cool. So you guys meet back up at the Lion's Leg probably the next morning because, as I said, Dorhim and Blight will have had to,
Travel.
you all arrive back in the Lion's Leg like quite late, maybe like 1 or 2 in the morning, kind of thing, making good speed. But you'll probably meet up for the first time the next morning. So the inn is still closed. There's a sign on the door that says like new coat of paint opening, reopening 2 days.
So I think we got 2 days.
Well, they could probably fudge something else, we're getting new furniture, opening in another day, kind of thing. The innkeep's probably going to keep changing the sign depending on the time, but
Yeah.
as we said previously, you want to do it quicker than later.
Exactly. So I think it's a good guess, at least.
Cool. So, you all meet in the main lobby. There's still a couple of random thugs working around. Fat Santa hasn't reappeared since he left. But there's still a number of people milling around. Innkeep's still at the bar, even though he's still cleaning glasses and stuff, even though he's not actually serving.
Mhm.
He's Innkeep by name, Innkeep by nature.
Aye.
Yep.
So
Okay.
the four of us will discuss information, fill Craig in on what's going down.
Mm-hmm.
So so I'll just fill Craig in now. The two Blight and Dorhim discovered that the one of the suppliers pretty confidently for slip is called something like Druided or Druby. They stopped you in Piper and Hawthorne Hawkins.
There you go.
I can speak. I know
I'm
how
sure
to.
it's Hawthorne.
No.
But yeah, they stopped Piper and Hawkins.
Yeah. So Piper and Hawkins, he stopped in their town at some
Aye.
point, a couple times, because it's one of the first last times before the city. He was described as quite a tall, dark-skinned man who had quite fancy robes and beads and stuff like that. Obviously from the east, and yeah, that's the information that they got from those two.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys exchange information. What's the next part of the plan?
So obviously I can't. I'll basically be saying to them, right? Well, I can't use my disc. The plan will be to disguise myself as this supplier and make my way into this warehouse to try and find the smuggling route. Luke looked at me horribly there. I'm scared.
No, I completely forgot about Ape.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
by
was
the
going to
way-
say, did you guys get 8?
Well, I'm just assuming that we have said several times that we were sending her off. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
assuming
Ape
that.
will have got the contract by now pretty easily.
I was assuming it wasn't a difficult task for her. She was just
Oh,
Yeah, she'll
so
speak.
she's picked up the contract for
Yeah.
the
She
Lloyd
put it in
forward signature on, yeah?
Yeah,
we
she's,
were told where there was a chest. We were told we were given a key, and then she went
Aye.
and got the stuff out of the chest with the key.
yeah.
Good job.
This document will be this is you've now got the security to own the tavern, the brothel.
Excellent.
Once Slip is no longer in charge of it.
Now we should go in there and kill everybody.
Yeah.
I would find the best way of doing that. So, my plan would be that the next day, I go in disguised as Liam, and hopefully, find a bit more out about the tunnel into the dreaming thing.
Fearsome Dreamer.
I've never once got that name right.
Just call it the brothel.
The
By
brothel.
By day after, do you mean the day after this discussion we're having?
Well, yeah, because I can only use my disguise thing once a day.
Okay.
So I'd be
Well-
like, I'll go in the next day and say, "Oh, I've run out. Can you
Okay,
guys
so
get me some more in?"
is it
I
a 24-hour period wait you have to do? Or is
It just says once per day. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Regardless,
fine.
I can just, if that's the case, I can just do it tomorrow evening. Fine. I believe that still gives us time.
I mean, because you used it on the yesterday. This is the next day.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if it's
okay,
the
fine.
case, if you
Yeah,
just use
you're
it once per day, any time in the day, then you should be able to use it again.
Okay. Well, regardless, when I can use it, I'll use it and go in there as Liam
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, I need some more stuff, guys," and
Yeah.
hopefully, whilst I'm there, be able to get some info on where this tunnel is, how heavily guarded it is from this side. I checked things out, and there was no sort of passwords, unless this guy was lying. But Craig said it was fine. So we go in, do that, hopefully that can bring us back some more information, and we can use that to get in. If not, then we just find another way in, even if that's just through the front door in disguise or something, you know? And we just have to get in there
This
and
is
start causing
this is the last stop before we give up and do Dorhim's plan.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so so the other part of the plan would then be we'd go outside, we'd see if we can find this guy, and then if he just knows the way in from that side of the tunnel,
Yeah.
we would just
You
use
might want to do. You might even want to do that first, whilst I'm like
Mhm.
getting my cooldown off, because then it will just negate me even having to do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Should we just go as a horde
So
then
to
and
one-
try and go after this
yeah.
guy?
So you're all going to be going to the warehouse.
No,
Um,
we're all going to be going outside before, like to go and find this man from the east.
Outside.
Then when
outside the wall.
Tom's cooldown is
Druidy Wooby.
outside the wall, when Tom's cooldown is off, then we would come back in. Tom would go off and sneak into the building.
Sure. So what? How are you going to see if you can find Druidy Wooby? Who's just the name I'm going to give him until we
Well, I guess we could ask. We'd go a little bit along the road, maybe to if there's like, I don't know, a stop or a vendor or something, or some traders, to see whether anyone's seen him on the road,
He's got like,
and
a
not go
legitimate
like,
business as well as the or just people who may have bumped into him.
yeah. Just I assuming if
Yeah.
he's traveling up and down the road, then other people who frequent the road may also
Hmm.
see him.
Cool. So once you guys wake up, you get some food, you discuss. So about 10 o'clock in the morning, guys can head out to the stores and stuff like that will be opening up markets. Like we'll say it's a market day, just because it's easier for you guys to acquaint with someone, like talk to someone who may have met a traveler on a market day.
Yeah.
So it just
Okay.
ease of access for the party because I'm feeling generous.
I'm still going to carry around my knife for right now because it's kind of like a safer disguise.
Are you back in your regular clothing and stuff, or are you still?
No, I'll still be in the other clothing. Just I'm quite a recognizable person.
Yeah.
So
Not as recognizable as the suit, like the homicidal gnome. Sorry, that's beside you, but
that's true, actually.
it's all fine.
Mhm.
But yeah, no problemo. So market day. How are you going to go about this?
Well, first I think I'm going to ascend to a higher plane.
He'll be right back.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
He really
look for
was
somebody.
right back.
I guess. Like we'd probably look see if he's there.
sorry, who?
I see. We'd look to see if this Ruby guy or anyone looks like him is there,
No.
and then if he's not there, then we would start asking around, like just split up and ask different people.
Just
See if there's anybody who has goods who are from that side, maybe.
yeah. So like that's kind of what I was nudging for. Give me a knowledge geography roll. And anyone who wants to do this.
Everybody.
So don't you need to be trained to use it?
Oh, yeah, you do. Is no one trained in knowledge geography?
No.
Dorhim, you can give me roll untrained, because you've spent time in the east.
Okay.
I have it trained.
Oh,
Wait,
Oh,
is there,
Why have
yeah,
it
you
trained?
are-
Like, give me the roll.
never mind. Ignore mine entirely.
Like, yeah. So Dorhim, you spent time out in your.
No, I let's just ignore mine. Let's just give it to Blight.
No!
He's got one.
that's a
Like,
terrible idea.
Like, failed it. I was giving you untrained
Yeah,
because
okay.
you lived in that area, so like, kind of letting you do it as
Okay.
knowledge local kind of thing. But so yeah, Penzance, most like because it's a war ravaged place. Like a lot of the trade coming this way will be meat, like kind of dried meat from out that way, or like silks and cloths. And for certain,
Okay.
there are silk and cloth traders around, as well as like meat traders. So you could like these are the places that you would like have a better chance with.
Could we have sketched a picture of him?
Do any of you have any sort of artistic abilities?
no.
I
I maybe. I come from a noble life.
Nah,
I
my performing is only oratory.
If you have the skill, if you have any sort of skill that would maybe give you any sort of drawing skills, I'll let you try. But like drawing a picture of someone that you don't know and your descriptive is tall black man in robes, like It's not going to be.
Very racist.
I have high decks. That's all I can think of.
You can't really draw a picture if you've never seen him. Is kind of what I'm going with. You can make an estimation, but that might just serve to confuse things more.
Police sketch.
No, I don't have anything.
It's like let's say, like you're like, one second, I'm just going to do something. Have you seen this man?
Yes! He's right there! And there! And
And
there! And there!
Yeah, no, it's like, have you seen this man? Yes, it's over there, and it's actually just a man. Like it's just that.
Like a stick man.
It's like he's running away. Okay, so Dorhim.
So, is there any of these traders who look, I don't know, shady or dirtier?
No, like
Either shady or dirtier, like they've been they travel more or something,
they
or
all
look
look
more
like they travel.
prepared.
It's a market stall.
Okay, I was just mean like someone who would be on the road a lot. But...
Yeah, they all
As
will probably travel quite a bit. You know, these sort of markets will travel between the capital cities pretty regularly. But there are none that look like unlicensed or anything like that. They all look like they've like the vetting process for these sort of things. You need to make sure you're going with the right, like through the right like things to get into
The right channels, yeah.
get into a Woodhurst, market. But so they are all like pretty stand up.
Okay.
There are people like there's like 3 silk traders, 2 meat traders. Actually, let's say the other way around because it's more likely.
Guess we'll just go one at a time. Just like one stand.
Yeah. So like first 2 you don't really get much luck, but on the third one, like it's one of the silk traders. He's like it's like let's go with how do you approach him with this sort of thing?
I'm looking for somebody. You may have seen him on the road. He's dark skinned. He's got a robe on usually. His name might be Droidby, something like that. Yeah, that'll be it. That's him, definitely.
The guy from Penzance.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, I know him. Why? What do you need from him?
Well, we're
He's
just
like,
going to do some business.
His wares are nothing like mine. And he's like trying to he pulls down a bit of like silk and he's like, just feel that.
Oh, we're told he travels that route a lot, and we want to maybe offer him some extra work.
He's like, are you sure I can't interest in this fine silk?
I'll buy the silk if you tell me what I want to know.
Like how much silk?
100 gold's worth.
So much silk.
He's like, I don't have that much.
That means
Okay,
that's
then
good for
I'll buy
us.
what you have.
What?
I'll buy what you have then.
He's like, what do you need to know?
Guys,
I
we're
need
gonna
to know
have
where he
some
is.
Silk.
Where he is?
We're just gonna be like,
Well,
We're gonna have the softest sleep.
I'll be able to disguise myself, like, completely. I'll have a whole new outfit for disguising.
all you see is like Dorhim like bargaining, trying to get this information. We're just standing there with
No,
so
like-
going.
like-
when he said, would you guys like to feel the silk? Dorhim was like, no, and you guys were like, yep.
It's like,
Okay, so
Like kittens and with a ball of yarn.
this is fucking okay. So he's like, I travel with Droided occasionally. We come from like I live out in the beggars.
So, is he around here? Like, do you know if he's in town?
Well, he's like, yeah. I mean, I walked in with him like a couple of days ago. Usually he
Did he
stays.
say where he's going?
He like he usually stays a couple of days then goes. But we split off just before we reached the city. He doesn't do the markets.
Where does he stay?
Thanks for that, Chris. I hadn't even noticed he'd stood up. I just looked back up my screen and he just lurched into the frame. Okay, he's like, he stays over near the east gates, I think. There's
Any particular building?
He's like, I'm, I just know he's out there. He's thinking he's like I think he's like I see him around the east, like he's got a shade sword. He walks between. I don't know where he lives. And he said he's like, but he goes to that baker's. He's clicking for a name, and he's like that sort of like like God Higgins shop.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes there every day.
Thank you for your information. How much is all your silk?
Like it's like he looks at it, he's like, you can see he's like trying to count it up. He's like, I have no idea how much this entire thing is worth. Like,
Can I do an appraise?
yeah, go for it.
Has he frozen on everyone else's
So,
screen?
Why is it working?
No one's frozen.
I did 2 appraise. Fuck, you have to go with the first one.
Yeah, like you don't know, you just don't know how silk sells. He's like 60 gold's worth, I think.
I'm just like, these are drugs. I can't use this.
Like 60 gold's worth, I think.
Okay, I'll give you 70 if you deliver all to Marin's Eve. We've got a lovely inn that you can go and visit. And
He's like, sure. I mean, I'm not needed here anymore.
when you get there, make sure to ask for Piper.
Piper got it. Okay, and he's like, "Can I get?
Maybe
He's like, can I get your name?" He makes sure he gets your details. So when he goes and says,
Mhm.
"I have a supply for, you guys." He wants your name.
Probably just
Mhm.
tell him from the bosses.
Well, he needs your actual name, so it's not like
Oh.
I'll just say I'm Junior.
No, don't. Okay.
Sure. Like Junior, how do you react when Dorhim's just like, "I'm Junior"?
I'm gonna face Pam,
It's like,
seeing how I'm probably the most recognizable person on this type of mission, maybe. So we don't really want to be throwing my name. Like, we don't want to be throwing my name around.
yeah, well, like it doesn't look like the
Anyone
guy
else feel
recognizes-
free to jump in?
I don't think it matters too much, but I still want to be better.
Not
safe
with a
than sorry.
random silk trader that I just
No.
wrote in. Except maybe he works for the mafia.
I was more just making sure that
Best plot
Piper
twist.
wasn't hearing that there was a large amount of shipments coming in that were related to me after I was asking about spice.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what did you ask him for spice?
I asked him where to find it. That was our plan. That's why we went there.
Yeah,
But
I didn't think you'd straight up ask him where to find spice.
Yeah, Dorhim, you've done some
Yeah.
horrible things, but that's the worst.
You thought I'd be more subtle than that.
Okay, so like the guy starts packing up his stall, and like he counts up the money. He puts he doesn't even count it up really. He's like he looks at it, he goes, "That's a lot of gold." Shoves it in his pocket, and he starts packing up the stuff excitedly.
Okay.
We'll say like about noon that Jacques' powers come back because better than telling you guys to wait.
Or
all
we're also
day.
going to the bakers as well. Was that not?
Yeah. I just want to make sure that's like just
Because I
set.
thought the plan
Okay.
was we were going to see if this lead pans out, and if it does, then Jack doesn't need to risk himself by
Yeah.
Yeah.
making him.
Okay, so we'll go to the bakers first then.
Okay, so the bakers is in, like Higgins Bakers is in the east. Oh my god, Tom, go pee. Just sent us a message in the roll 20, like the bit where we roll our
Same.
dice. Just says, "Can I pee?"
Can I
In all
pee?
caps.
Yeah, everyone saw.
Do you know what? Let's go on our break because that's been an hour. So Tom
Okay.
can go pee, and we'll come back with the epic quest to Higgins Bakery.